now I don't have to be around. And so I can tell. General Grant,
Right.
my perfect started this years ago.
Is that his picture there now?
Yeah, that's when he's now 40-something, but this is when he was just a kid, and I dropped it, and I'm trying to repair it. And he started pressing.
Yeah. How long did he make you stand like that?
I should get my, every time he made a painting, it would get in the paper, and I have a sometimes picture of me posing like.
I don't know how much of the painting I can get in. Why don't you move a little bit to your right? Because I want to get a nice white,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
a nice white shot,
Yeah.
but a decent shot, so we can see
Shows it, sure.
the background. Where are you going to put the mic?
Sarah's about?
Yeah, we're fine. Can you just count the 10 real quick?
1, 2,
Yeah, that
3.
should work. Looks like we have one. We're rolling.
Okay, gosh, where to begin?
Yeah, so maybe let's do
How
that.
did that come about?
Well, the Lincoln&Douglas statue was a dream of Mickey Martin and at Freeport. And she called me one day and she says, well, could you do a statue of Lincoln&Douglas? And I said, well, sure, I can do it. And that's how I got started. Well, how much will it cost? Well, we don't know. We're going to need some money to get started. Her family put the money up for the painting. And we sold the prints, and from the money there, in the meantime, she was working on getting a grant. And so she did a lot of work in that end, and I did a lot of work in the art end.
How long did it take?
We started in '89, and we're still going.
Now tell us about, now when it was completed, it was dedicated, what were your feelings when you saw your work at the site?
Well, it was, I couldn't believe it. In a way, it's like someone else did it, but there it is, but I know all about it. It wasn't so personal. Yeah,
All over.
well, American history, and of course today we're learning more and more about Lincoln the man, and we're finding that he's human, and he's smart, and he's not so smart, but he's creative, and he wants to do right, and evidently reads the Bible a lot because the House Divided speech came right out of the Bible. And a lot of things that he used in his speeches were taken from the Bible. And I guess that you can't go wrong because that's a great book. Not that I'm very religious, but you have to give credit where credit is due.
Sure. Now, your husband did quite a bit of work on Lincoln.
Oh yes, he's known as Lincoln Canyon.
Now, he passed away before you started on this project.
Oh yes, he knew nothing about this project. In fact, he died in '76, and in '77, the Abraham Lincoln Center in Chicago called and wanted to know how much one of those little bronze Lincoln has. And I said, oh, around $8,000. What? Well, what do you want it for? We want to use it as awards for the Abraham Lincoln Community Leadership Award. This is a black community group. And at that point in time, I was in a very bad strait because Carl, with his Dirksen statue, which hasn't been paid yet, and here we were in $40,000 in the whole thing. So I said, well, what do you want it for? I can do it. I can get it for you. I sense that I can make some money there. And I'm still doing these Abraham Lincoln Center awards every year. And then I made a plaster cast or a resin cast of Carl's bronze, and they use that for their humanitarian awards,
Oh, that's great.
and I make it.
That's wonderful.
So, see, I inherit a lot of the things that he's done, but I work on them to make them into something that people can use to them.
That's great. Now, what people see now in Freeport at the Lincoln&Douglas debate site may be turning up in some other cities, isn't that right?
Yes, well, actually, I think CSpan had inspired them as well as me to go ahead with this. And I'm talking to the people, and we are emphasizing the fact that this Lincoln&Douglas statue is not meant only to mark the site. Now it is focused on the future to inspire people to debate, to listen, and to talk about issues, not just think about the past, what we've done, but what are we going to do. And this Lincoln&Douglas sculpture is to inspire this attitude.
What do you hope people think when they see that word?
Well, I hope they would think about the future and that there's hope, but it's up to them. Not enough to talk, you have to listen and think. Then act.
Then act, all right. I think that was perfect. We probably have enough there.
Well,
That was wonderful.
Welcome to Action News Live at 5. I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Alan Jones. Thanks for joining us tonight. Another serious accident has occurred in the state line, this time involving a car and a semi-truck.
Debate between Lincoln and Douglas in 1858. Today, the area is marked with a monument created by a local resident who's a nationally known artist and sculptor.
Well, the Lincoln&Douglas statue was a dream of Mickey Martin and at Freeport. And she called me one day and she says, "Lily, could you do a statue of Lincoln&Douglas?" And I said, "Well, sure, I can do it." And that's how it got started.
From there, Lily did a biographical painting of the debates and historic events of the day, which turned out to be the basis for the statue. Then in 1992, the finished product was officially unveiled in downtown Freeport. It's said to be the only known statue that depicts Lincoln and Douglas in debate. Lily says the unveiling was an overwhelming experience.
Well, it was, I couldn't believe it. In a way, it's like someone else did it. But there it is, but I knew all about it.
Lily's interest in Lincoln began with the work of her late husband, Carl Tolpo, who was also a nationally known artist. Lily says the sculpture should not serve as just a reminder of what we've done, but should be a symbol of what we are going to do.
The Lincoln&Douglas statue is not meant only to mark the site. Now it is focused on the future to inspire people to debate, to listen, and to talk about issues.
And Sue joins us now live from the Lincoln-Douglas debate site in downtown Freeport.
Quite a day, Sue.
Oh, quite a day, and it's kind of really fascinating and exciting to be here on the very spot where the debate took place. And I am here talking with some gentlemen who tell me that that day 13,000 people stood out in the rain for about 3 hours, 13 or 14,000 even. And so it's kind of a piece of history right here in Freeport. You want to stop by and see the beautiful statue. And something's been added since the debate. We happen to be, as fate would have it, right next door to the famous Union Dairy that has, I hear, the best ice cream around. So I think we just may have to wander over there a little later on. Let's take a look at our current conditions on this beautiful evening in the state line area. We have quite a nice breeze, and we will be taking a look now at our currents. Do we have those? We'll put them up and see what we've got going right now outside. Here we go, 79 in Rockford. In Freeport we have 83. In Dixon it's 81 degrees. In Beloit 82. And we have a warm 82 also in Janesville. Barometric pressure 30.05 inches and holding steady. Relative humidity is a low, comfortable 31%. This is a very dry day, making it feel extra nice even with the heat. South winds at 18 miles per hour. The dew point is 46. The sunrise 6:51 tomorrow morning. The sunset 6:42 tomorrow evening. That high today was 80, the low was 50. That high of 80 is 10 degrees above the normal for this time of year, so a little touch of one of the many episodes we hope we'll have of Indian summer. The normal low is 47. No rain today, and the aeroallergen count is over now for the year. Records 91 in 1952 and only 24 in 1942. Let's take a look now at our satellite enhancement, and as you can see, a lot of activity far to the south. Down near Yucatan, we do have a tropical disturbance that's being monitored for possible development into a tropical storm. And
achievements has been realized through the 42 hours of complete reenactment coverage of the Lincoln-Douglas debates. This historical programming series found its way not only into the homes of millions of cable subscribers and into the hearts of educators across the nation, but into the Oval Office as well.
And what are you doing with Lincoln and Douglas on your desk? Does that portend something?
When CSpan came in here and did the interview for President's Day, they gave me that, and I liked it a lot. And I met the people who played Lincoln and Douglas in the Galesburg, Illinois debate when we were out there. So I just liked it. I thought it looked good on the desk. Besides that, it reminds me that this town has always been about argument.
C-SPAN's coverage of the Lincoln-Douglas debates may have also provided a stimulus for current-day political forums.
I had this letter written to you, but I didn't send it to you. You're going to get it someday. And the letter is a proposal to you and the president to do a Lincoln-Douglas style conversation. For 3 hours? For 3 hours.
At a meeting you'll remember well where Dick Armey and I were down there and the whole brand new leadership after the election, and obviously the president wasn't all that thrilled to have the Republicans win the election, and we understood that, and heck, we wouldn't have been, you know, if we were in the, I wasn't all that thrilled, Frank, to have George Bush lose the last one. So
sadly, I realized what I'd too long forgotten. The chill rose up like mountains on my skin, overcome with the feeling.
to make an argument to get the time through emotion, and there's a way to make the same argument so that your opponent at least understands your position.
I've traveled all around this country. In my time I thought I'd seen it all, but today I took a detour down the back road through a little town whose name I can't recall. There were old men on benches playing checkers, children playing hopscotch on the square. High above a statue of an unknown soldier, old glory was waving in the air. Sadly, I realized what I'd too long forgotten. The chill rose up like mountains on my skin, overcome with the feeling that I knew I was seeing America all over again. America, pictures of a people proud and free. America, y'all keep holding to the dream. You're still living with me. stop would throw me off my schedule. So I parked around behind the 5 and dime. There's something about a small town in the summer, like a Norman Rockwell picture back in time. Kids reporting that the wrecks all slowed down, like we did before they built the shopping mall. Then it hit me like a freight train that a stone's throw from the fast lane.
My opinion is will not cease until the crisis shall have been reached.
Everybody sing, here we go. Pictures of a people proud and free. Real loud, here we go. Y'all keep holding to the dream. You're still with